In a series that loves utilizing all parts of growing up as a learning tool, Bluey does its best to provide insight through every aspect of the Healer family's life. Most of the series takes place when Bluey and Bingo are between the ages of 4 and 7, but there are rare moments when fans witness other chapters of their lives, either younger or older. The latter scenario recently occurred in the third season's finale Surprise. In the episode's last scene, an adult Bluey stops by to visit her parents, who still live in her childhood home. Their interaction provided insight into Bluey's adult life, mainly that she will one day become the mother of a mischievous Healer pup. Since the epilogue scene only lasted a few minutes, it lacked many details that fans would have loved to see. In today's video, we're discussing things the series should have shown in the time skip. Number 1. Bingo in the backyard. While the primary story of Surprise focused on what it's like to have children and if Bluey would like to have them in the future, Bingo still had an important role in the narrative. Coincidentally, she was pretending to be the mother of several children who Bandit had to help care for. While she didn't ask Chili if she would one day be a mother, Bingo may have already made that decision. She often plays games pretending to care for others, like in the episode Cubby. Had she appeared in the season finale as Chili claimed she was in the backyard, she may have had a child or two who were also visiting their grandparents. With enough time, we could have witnessed Bluey and Bingo as mothers, their differing parenting styles, and how their children interacted. It would have been heartwarming to know that the Healer family was still going strong with an entirely new generation of children. However, while Bingo seemed more interested in raising a family, it's also possible she went a different route with her life. In the background of the future scene, a digital picture frame provides insight into some of Bingo's adventures. An adult Bingo appears in the frame, standing before the famous statues on Easter Island. If she's a frequent traveler, she may not have settled down to have a family yet. Fortunately, it's possible that her traveling is tied to a career path. If she decided to become an archaeologist like Bandit, her research and expeditions could take her worldwide. Number 2. Bluey's partner. Fans of the series were thrilled when an older Bluey appeared on screen, complete with an altered appearance and a different voice actor. Her quick visit to her parents was made sweeter when Bandit answered the door, becoming the perfect target for his grandchild waiting outside. Bluey must have known that her child wanted to sneak up on Bandit, so she doesn't mention him being there. Unfortunately, we learned little about the child, including their name, gender, or personality. Their appearance is what fans know for certain, and it has caused a stir within the online community. Since the epilogue sequence decides not to ignore Bluey's partner, speculation has started many discussions about who the puppy's father could be. A popular option is Mackenzie, Bluey's classmate and family friend. A potential romance was foreshadowed between them in the episode Barky Boats, when it was revealed that their upperclassmen buddies had crushes on one another. The other popular choice includes Jean-Luc, a young boy that Bluey and her family met on holiday. The two children meet at the riverbed, separating their campsites, and begin a days-long game of pretend together, despite speaking different languages. Bluey is devastated when Jean-Luc leaves camp and returns home, but Chili claims that the world is magical and they could meet again someday. Her prediction turns out right, as at the end of camping, Bluey and Jean-Luc reunite years in the future beneath the tree they planted together. Number 3. Brandy's baby. In the earlier seasons of Bluey, the series doesn't go into detail about Chili's side of the family. The Healers were always the ones visiting or celebrating holidays together. The lack of information caused many fans to become invested in Chili's older sister Brandy when she debuted in Onesies. As it turns out, the two sisters became estranged when Brandy learned she likely couldn't have children, which made spending time with her nieces difficult. Brandy still grieves when she reconnects with Chili, but she takes the first step in rejoining her family and becoming an instrumental part of Bluey and Bingo's lives. Fortunately, she doesn't have to dwell on the life she wants for long, as she's pregnant when she attends Rad and Frisky's wedding in The Sign. She has a non-speaking role in the special, but she and Chili greet each other enthusiastically, equally thrilled about Brandy's change in circumstances. Since the special takes place directly before the finale, Brandy and her baby don't have time to appear before the third season ends. However, the writers could have worked around this by showing her and her grown child in the time skip. The scene would have shown Brandy years into motherhood, certainly happier than ever, with a content and healthy child who grew up with Bluey and Bingo. Number 4. The Healer House. While most episodes of Bluey include singular stories and events, the latter half of the third season contains an overarching storyline throughout the final 3 episodes. In the episode Ghost Basket, the healers play a game where Bandit pretends to be a realtor, attempting to sell the granny's house to Chili. However, the grannies try to scare her off by pretending their home is haunted. When Chili doesn't fall for their tricks and the grannies heartbrokenly leave their home, Bandit decides to help them scare Chili away. At the end of the episode, he claims he can't keep sending potential buyers away, while the camera pans out and reveals a for sale sign in their yard. The healers may have struggled to sell their home until that point because Bandit couldn't bring himself to commit to the decision. However, the family has committed to the decision in the sign. While they prepare to host Rad and Frisky's wedding in their backyard, Bandit also works with a realtor to find potential buyers. His decision to move his family to a new city comes from a work opportunity with better pay. He claims he wants to give Bluey and Bingo the best lives possible, a goal that Chili sympathizes with, even though she has no desire to leave their home or friends behind. Bluey is also entirely against the move, attempting to stop the process throughout most of the special. When the house's buyers back out of the deal, Bandit takes the for sale sign from the front yard, prioritizing his family's happiness above his work opportunity. Chili tackles him to the ground in an emotional embrace before Bluey and Bingo join them. The decision to stay in their home sticks, as when Bluey is in the neighborhood during the epilogue scene in Surprise, she stops by the same childhood home she grew up in. The scene only shows the house's porch and front entryway, including a few minor issues after years of love and use. There are also numerous smart devices, likely there to help an older Bandit and Chili through their day-to-day life. It would have been nice to see how the rest of the house looked, now that Bluey had left home and her child likely occupies the places she used to play, making the bedrooms, playroom, and backyard their own. Number 5. Friends and Family. A final thing worth mentioning in the epilogue scene would have been the healer's family and friends. The series thrives due to its wide cast of lovable characters, each with an avid fan base. Fans would have loved to see where some of Bluey's best friends were as adults, and if they still keep in touch. While Bluey had her moment to shine, only brief instances exist of the other characters aging on screen. In the epilogue for Camping, an older Muffin calls out for Bluey, complaining that her cousin borrowed her book. While in Cricket, an older Rusty appears briefly, revealing that he becomes a pro cricket player. The season finale would have become all the more special had Muffin, Rusty, or any of Bluey's friends appeared. While the creators of Bluey may never intend to show every aspect of Bluey's adult life, it was still nice to see her following her parents' footsteps, raising a rambunctious and loving healer puppy of her own. The scene's brevity may have purposely left details ambiguous so that fans could conclude how the years treat the healer family based on personal opinion. However, it's not too late for the series to dedicate an entire episode to the future, where more about their lives can be shared, including some of the items on this list. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.